Beki on Ravelry, and I am Bird Street UK on Instagram.
And I'm Becky, and I'm at Excellence on Instagram.
Now we come to you towards the end of the summer term, so the two of us are absolutely hanging.
Excuse the eye bags.
We've got about 3 weeks to go until the summer holidays, and it's a mad term.
I don't know what my excuse is for that,
Well,
but I have them
putting
anyway.
up with me, I think. Something
Yeah,
like
it's his fault.
that. Yeah. So it's been a pretty mad month, actually, all the way through June.
Feels like ages since we
It
podcast.
really does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a really long stretch.
Something like over 300 reports. In fact, between us, there's probably about 360 reports we've got through. Plus sports days.
Yeah.
You had an event yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, school fair yesterday, so the
Yeah.
choir in fine voice.
She had her
Nice.
choir leader t-shirt on.
Nice.
Yeah, I was not in fine voice because I lost my voice for 8 days, which was really fun over
Really
sports
cool.
week.
Kids were really pleased. I
Yeah,
expect,
they loved it. I was a bit worried I wouldn't be able to podcast today, but it did come back just in
Yeah.
time.
Mine's been a bit croaky today, but it'd be alright.
And
And that's Stella
Stella's
in fine voice, just on cue.
I've already had FaceTime with Daniel, so he won't be bothering us either.
That's all good. So this month we're going to show you a lot of different works in progress. We've got loads of yarn that we've been working on over the month, and some of the things that are still in the shop, so I'm going to show you that. And actually we've got something to show you which shows a bit of knitting heritage, I think.
It's really
Okay,
exciting.
so I've been meaning to do this for absolutely months, but keep forgetting. So we want to introduce you to our Grampy Norman.
This is our Grampy, immortalised in clay.
Look at that.
And that's exactly him. He always had his hand in his pocket.
The only thing that's missing is the cigarette.
Yeah,
in
he
his
should have a
hand.
cigarette between those fingers because it was permanently in his fingers. But that he had, even that tie, I remember him wearing that tie. It's incredible. And my grandpa would have been a man who wore a suit and tie on the beach.
Oh, we've got photos of it.
We do.
Photos of it. We're
Look at
complete
the
with
shoes.
Dad with the knitted swimming costume.
So hold him.
But the reason we're showing you Grampy is because Grampy was actually a knitter.
He was.
So I think it's where me and Claire get it from. He used to knit really fine lace weight stuff, sort of feather and fan was his stitch of choice.
Nice.
And he was always, if he wasn't smoking,
He possibly could do this both.
Was
at
the
the
yarn
same
probably
kind of
did
brain?
both at the same time.
Possibly. But I brought with me this shawl that Grampy made for me when I was born.
Look at that.
So it's survived pretty well considering it's
Its
fast
age.
approaching 35 years old.
It's hurtling towards 35.
But it's absolutely gorgeous and
look
it's
at
so
it.
precious.
It's lovely.
Oh yeah, it's got a pin in it.
Oh, there's a pin
Everywhere.
holding it together.
It is
It's alright,
slightly
we can't
coming
see the
apart,
pin.
but
Look, that was our grandpa's handiwork.
so it is really.
And that was made for you. It wasn't a ham. It wasn't
no,
a
it was made
cast-on,
for
okay.
me. It was
Yeah.
made
Lovely.
for me. This one.
He's yellowing, isn't it, with age as
It
well?
is. But
Well,
I'm
it could
so
be your
happy
dress
we still got
reflecting.
it.
It's lovely.
It's amazing. So where was that?
Mum just had it. She just always kept it. I know there were others as well, but
Do you think
This is the
in
one.
nearly 30 years' time we'll have any of your knits still surviving?
better be.
All those shawls you've been making, there must
Yeah, my Christmas blanket. If that's not still
Yeah,
around in
should
30
be.
years, I'll cry.
Mine don't get eaten by moths because that's all we've been putting up with through the month of June. is moths
be.
everywhere.
Infestation.
I should have bought that photograph of Mum and Dad and the four of us when I was wrapped in this blanket.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot that picture.
Next time.
You've got the best hair in that
Next
picture.
podcast.
My hair is
We'll
mad.
show
The
you an
80s,
amazing
the 80s
picture.
was not kind
I
to
was
your hair.
13. Stop it. Look, you see family resemblance.
You'd have to get closer to that one. It'll focus on you.
I was just being silly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You'd see it in you. 'Cause I'm more the other side of the family.
Yeah.
Looks-wise, aren't I?
That does look just like him, actually.
It
It's
it
exactly
really
like
does.
my grand.
Dad's still got that
That tie,
tie.
yeah, I can. Yeah, picture of my own it.
Well, listen, I think I'm going to leave you to talk about all your whips and everything that's been going on over this month because you've had loads of things happening.
Been busy.
You've had some interesting meets, haven't you?
Yeah. Spent quite a bit of money.
Spent a fair bit of money on
She spent
yarn.
a lot of money.
So I'm going to hand over to you and you can talk all about that.
Okie doke.
Thank you.
But when I come back a bit later, I'm going to show you some of the things we've been working on this month for some of the yarns. I'm really excited about it actually because it's been inspired by some really excellent designers and love to have messaged them on Instagram and got the permission to use some of their images. So it's been brilliant. We'll talk about how that's been going.
Cool.
Okay,
Right
see you in a
then.
bit.
Right then.
Now it's our bit.
Our turn. Now, I must apologise. Claire didn't tell me we were having a change of location, so I would have probably worn a different colour dress.
Yeah, she came dressed in my wallpaper.
I feel a little bit camouflaged today.
We are a bit clashy today, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Never mind.
That's
Floral
fine.
and summer, eh?
It's summer, we have to make the most of it.
Yeah.
Because actually it's rain due this afternoon.
And our cousins are getting married. So we'll be
Yeah.
doing one. Sorry, not our cousins. Our cousin is getting married. That sounded really dodgy.
It did a little bit. Yeah.
No incest involved, don't worry.
Yeah. It's all good. Let's move on quick. You've got some finished objects, haven't
Right
you?
then, so I've only got 2 finished
What?
objects.
I've got more than you.
I've done more, but some were presents, so some of them already gone.
Okay, yeah, I've given one away.
So, my first one is a very
This
exciting
is
one.
Gorgeous.
And it's my Herbarium sweater. Sorry, it's a little bit creased. I have worn it and it possibly smells of bonfire.
That smells nice actually.
That's right, because I did sit by a fire pit wearing it.
Oh,
So I'm absolutely thrilled with
lovely.
it. It fits really nicely. And get the pattern in
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it's lovely. I really
John
want one.
did just a really funny comedy tiptoe past the door.
He's trying to be discreet, but
Oh, it's going to go
My
well
shoes
today,
are
I can
squeaking.
tell.
squeaky shoes.
Oh dear. Yes, so anyway, after a bit of a faff with the shoulder shaping, I got there. And I absolutely loved knitting this
Oh,
jumper.
I love it. It's
a
so
pattern by NCL Knits. Sorry, I completely blanked there.
You've said it so many times, I should have remembered.
I know, NCL Knits, and I knit it out of Drops Baby Merino, mainly because I just wanted to knit it out of something cheap because I didn't want to it to go wrong.
I think it's a sweater quantity of yarn is an investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
actually-
need to know. I mean, that's your first garment, yeah?
No.
Oh no, because you've done a boxy and stuff
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
quite intricate. You don't want to spend a lot of
Yeah.
money just in case.
But
Fair enough.
it cost me less than £15, so it's an absolute bargain, really. But I've got plans to knit another one already, and you'll see in stash and enhancements that that's
oh my
already
goodness,
underway.
she's pushed about a bit more this time.
Yeah, I have. And
There's no
also I've
dots
got
involved.
plans to change the sizing next time.
Okay.
Because I kind of envisaged that the sleeve was going to be a little bit more back-wingy
Oh, okay.
from the picture in the pattern, which
Yeah.
I don't think I've brought with me. So I'd like to knit it maybe a size up on a slightly bigger needle.
Oh, okay.
So it's just
Just
a
a
bit
little
more
bit
roomy
more-
and a bit more
Yeah.
slouchy, and
Yeah.
it fits nicely, but I just prefer
Yeah.
that kind of look.
I think I might have to try that one on before you go.
Yeah.
See whether I can make
But
it.
it's
or not.
it's a lovely pattern, and I
Yeah.
absolutely loved knitting it.
Yeah, it's really.
There's only
colours.
2 pattern rows on the front, so it became like
Oh,
vanilla,
wow.
really. I could do it without,
It looks way
looking
more
at the pattern.
complicated than that.
no, it really wasn't. Really wasn't at all. Easy peasy.
The colours smashing. Yeah.
I love it. So that's that one.
Ah. Well, I've got one. I've made a jumper too. Do you want to hold yours up?
Yeah, a bit smaller.
So I made a tiny little jumper for our new great niece or nephew who hasn't been born yet, but it's got a few more weeks in the oven.
5 more weeks.
Flax light, of course. And
I didn't have any flax lights with
Becky
me
doesn't
this
have
time.
any. It's my turn this time. And this was out of a colourway that I dyed up especially, called Surprise Package, because she doesn't know what she's having. And they went really well. People seem to like those. And so I kept a slightly
so
more muted one.
pretty.
The other ones were a little bit brighter than this, but I kept... Because at Kerry and Chris's wedding, they had every colour you can think of.
Yeah.
Bridesmaids in turquoise, and she had orange flowers, and there was just so much colour and sunshine. It was beautiful. And so I thought I'd stick them in their baby jumper. So I'm excited by that. Really enjoyed that knit. So that was Flaxlight by Tin Can Knits.
Such a good pattern. Everybody should knit one. It's brilliant.
Quick as anything.
It's quick. You can knit it for anybody because it literally comes in every size and it's free.
Oh look, have I jogged a line there? Yeah, I think I've jogged over there a little bit. Oh well, never mind. No one's going to know.
Is that not just the increases?
Oh, it might be
Decreases.
increases, but it looks like it's jogged a little bit.
Doesn't matter.
No.
I don't think the baby would be bothered.
I don't think the baby will mind a bit. But yeah. It's so cute.
Ah, sweet. Okay. I've actually, some of the whips I didn't bring with me were for the baby too. I made a little hat and mittens.
They were so cute. They were so
They were
cute.
really cute. So
I'll have
yes.
to try and put pictures in.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be one here, you never know.
Yes, who knows? Maybe. Okay, my next FO is, dare I say it, for the Christmas pile. I'm feeling really, really good and satisfied about that.
Do you know what? It's fine because that skips my birthday because I don't want one more. I don't want another one.
So,
my
this
word.
is the 3-colour cashmere cowl by Hoki Locatelli.
Really striking. It's not
Just
cashmere,
really
though.
nice. It's not cashmere, it's just merino. Drops, in case you were wondering. Surprise, surprise.
It's lovely.
The colours are number 27, number 21 and number 34, but I don't know which
Which. Very imaginative, isn't it?
Yeah, I wish they do have names, but they don't print the names on the ball.
Oh, that pattern is lovely. The texture shows up really well.
Now, the only thing I'm disappointed with was
Oh.
in the pattern, it says to avoid jogs on these little stripes, to slip a stitch. But look,
It's puckered.
it's horribly puckered and it's made the jog worse.
Oh, have you blocked it? You
Yeah,
haven't?
no, I haven't blocked it, but still, that's not,
That's
that's
quite
pulling
tight.
so tight.
Yeah.
So I'm not happy about that. So I'm knitting
But
another
you're
one,
a
which
tight
you'll see in a
knitter
bit.
anyway, aren't
I
you?
am
So
a tight
maybe
knitter. Maybe I pulled it a bit
Elongating the
tight.
stitches a bit tight.
But I'm not going to
Just
do that
wanna
on the next one.
block the what's it out of
I
it.
just don't think
No.
it helps
That
in any
looks
way.
so pretty in that colour.
But
that,
the colours
that
I
lace
love.
pattern. Look at that. It's actually one of the most striking ones I've seen.
Well, do you know
so
what?
far.
I actually did it because for ages, because I'm always like looking at the Drops colour palette, and the 3 colours were sort of close together.
Okay.
And for ages, I've been looking, just thinking, oh, I really want to knit something.
Yeah,
and those
yeah,
3 colours, they just look really good together.
Yeah. Oh, it
See, the
looks
2 pinks
smashing.
really like tone in, and then the black I just thought was really striking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I love it.
it.
And I just thought,
Yeah.
you know, that's a really nice Christmas present. It'd probably end up being for one of my TAs or something
Yeah.
like that.
I expect one of your friends will see it on here and say, I want it.
Yeah, probably. So I'll just I'll add it to the present pile. And
Oh, it's
so
lovely.
apologies if you're watching and I end up giving this to you for Christmas, but you can pretend to look surprised.
Yeah. Practice your surprised face. You've got 6 months. Okay,
Right.
so my next visual object.
Yay!
Me forever. This was my Easter holiday knitting project, which I was going to whip through, but I have been suffering with chronic hand pain for quite some time now, and it's just taken me a really long time to find needles, find yarn. I've just found it really, really hard. Yay, my twisted limone! And I think they're gorgeous, and I'm really
There's
happy
hair
with
on
them.
them.
Or is it a yellow one?
No, it's one of yours.
She'll tell you about that later, I'm sure. So yeah, I got different heels and slightly different toes. That one looks a little bit, yeah, we won't talk about that.
Nipply.
Yeah, a little bit, tits out.
Sorry, it's not as bad as your sock blockers.
Yeah, they're a little bit phallic too. I've had comments about my sock blockers on Instagram.
They make me laugh every time.
So I did, cut in afterthought heel. Top down, just, you know, and the little whirlwind toe, which I love. And they almost match apart from the other toes, but I quite like that because then
I like that.
I can do left and right. So yes,
Nice. Well
that
done.
long lesson. I've got like 40 grams left, so Freya will probably get a pair as well.
Oh, now my other finished objects were a pair of socks for my best friend's birthday and a matching pair for Freya, and I wish I had filmed her reaction when I gave them to her. It was the cutest thing ever. She saw the socks, Sarah opened the socks and she saw them and she was going, they're from me, mummy, they're from me, and Sarah's gone, oh no darling, they're mummy's birthday present. And then she realised there were 2 pairs there, and Freya was like jumping up and down and squealing, and then she ran and threw her arms around me and then just threw her shoes and socks off and put them straight on. It was so cute, and she named them her disco socks, which was really
All
cute.
her socks have got names. So
Yeah,
it's very
and she
cute.
she loves her special socks.
She does love her special socks. She sometimes wears them to bed.
And she often wears them with sandals.
Oh, smashing.
Yeah, she's
It could catch on.
She's a child with style.
Takes after her dad. So yeah, my next finished object was kind of going to be for me. I'm out of my hand spun yarn. Well, I don't often knit with my hand spun yarn, and I kind of underestimated how much yarn I had. So I made a Quaker yarn stretcher, but it will fit Freya.
Oh, it's so cute though. She'll
Yeah,
love
it's a
it.
little. Well, she'll be 3. I'll give it to her for her birthday
Yeah,
in October,
perfect.
and so it's quite cute. It's tiny, but so yeah,
She'll love it.
and it's made from Spin City UK
Can you
fibre.
get the
It's kind of
the sparkle in it?
the sparkle is what makes it
I don't know
blue.
if you can see.
like
Sorry,
a
we're getting
blue-
used to the
Yeah.
lights in the different positions.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if
blue
you can
Fire
see.
Star, I think, or Angelina, one of them. Oh, the colours, there's just so many colours in the fibre
So
itself. So I
pretty.
really enjoyed spinning it. And actually knitting. I actually knit my husband. It's quite a miracle, really. I do like to shove it in the
happen often.
cupboard. Yeah, yeah, so she'll get a little
Sweet.
scarf. Mum made a hat out of our yarn before, so she's got a little pile.
She has, and she is the most knit-worthy kid ever.
She
She
appreciates
does love it.
So my next Spin City knit and finished object was
I love
the
it.
unicorn. I think it was unicorn horn. I'm not 100%
It
sure.
was
There
something
wasn't.
to do with unicorns.
Yeah, there wasn't a label on it actually. So
Oh my god, I love it.
yeah, that has got.
It does actually look like a unicorn horn.
It's kind of it's amazing.
Sorry.
Or a unicorn.
Sorry,
horn.
it's the end of term. I'm losing the plot.
It's nice, isn't it?
That is. So
It's just got everything in it. I couldn't tell you what the fibres were. There's about 10 different things in it, I think.
It's soft.
But it's pretty. I think it might be slightly finer than that last one. So
Tell you what, that would make a lovely hat for a baby girl.
it would. If we have a baby
The
girl.
money's on a baby girl.
Do you think it's soft enough?
I think it is. I don't think it's rough.
No.
What's this
No,
block
it's
as
not
well?
rough at all. Just a little bit crunchy, but I don't. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. But it's got a sheen to it because there must be some sort of sea sal or something to it. You can see the
Yeah.
sheen on
Pretty.
there, and there's no fire star in it, so it won't be scratchy. Yes, so pleased with that. I've been spinning and I've got some more fluff on my wheel, which hopefully I'll show you next time.
Lovely.
Right.
Is that it for FOs?
No, I've made
Got
a bag.
Sewing FO?
Should we shall I do that?
Yeah, do it now. Might as well.
So, excuse me. So I made a bag. Becky made me buy this fabric back in Easter, and it's like upholstery weight, so it's quite heavyweight.
But it's so pretty.
And then I bought some. I don't know if you can see it.
Pull it back a little bit. I think if you come back this
Yeah,
way.
there.
Yeah.
It's Essex linen with gold thread in it,
It's so nice.
and then just a linen viscose top, and a plain lining with a sparkly pocket. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it's got a nice wide base. I like a nice deep base on a bag, don't you?
Sturdy
Like
bottom.
sturdy bottoms. Love a sturdy bottom. And nice drawstring. And a little D-ring to hang. Hang your stitch markers on.
Will you stop making nice things that I want to buy?
Well, the thing is, I've got enough fabric to make about 16 of these.
Oh, that's right then.
And I still only made one. Because I'm a nightmare. Because
Crack on, please.
I know I need to do that. So I have a pile of Essex linen. So like a navy and a plum and a black. Oh, and a dusky,
Like a
rosy,
russety sort of
russety colour. Yeah, it's kind of like a russet apple. That might be.
I'd
black
say
as
that
well.
was black. I'd say that one was navy.
Navy, yeah, and then a nice pinky, corally, terracotta-y, and then a nice, just neutral gold. So yeah,
Oh, lovely.
one day they'll grow up to be bags.
Soon,
So you might have to pick which one you want.
I quite like the green
Okay
actually.
then, that's yours then.
Oh dear. Costing me more money.
Ho-hum. Yes, so those are my finished objects. I don't know why I said it like that. Sounded like a
Well.
TVBC presenter. Oh, I've got all this wool on my lap, it's too hot.
I know.
Too
No,
hot.
don't complain about it.
It's
I'm
so hot.
loving this weather. It's awesome. Right then, whips. Shall we go first?
You go. I don't
So,
know about that.
I've got a new friend. I've got a lovely new friend. You would have heard of Hannah from Tales of Yarnia before because I always talk about her.
She's lovely.
Well, I actually got to meet Hannah this month, which was very exciting. We spent, me, Hannah and my friend Kate spent Worldwide Knit in Public Day together in Bath. I'll tell you a bit more about it later. But anyway, after I met Hannah, I obviously really wanted to knit one of her patterns.
Well, I'm very grumpy about that because I couldn't get it.
But there we go.
Mr. B had to work.
So, what was I going to say? I started her Cottage Garden Socks, which we'll be doing a giveaway
they're
for
gorgeous.
in a minute. But the yarn and the pattern didn't work together. It was the pattern so pretty, it needs a plain yarn to show
yeah,
up.
it does. Amy
So-
from Little Tailoress is knitting them in peach, and they are beautiful.
Gorgeous. So I went back to the drawing board and I got one of Hannah's other patterns, which is the Misty Mountain Socks. But Hannah writes her patterns toe up, and I always work top down. So I'm actually calling these the Misty Valley Socks.
Oh, yeah.
Because the pattern's upside down.
Why not?
But I absolutely love them.
Yarn.
So the yarn is hedgehog fibres, and I bought this at a yarn store while I was with Hannah and Kate on Worldwide Knit in Public Day. It is called Crybaby.
Look at that yellow.
So look, you see all the colours on the back. There's like neon yellow, green, pink, a couple of little tiny pops of blue.
Brown.
There's quite a bit of brown, which is quite a departure for me, but I liked it.
Oh, I love it.
So I've got two of those.
Really, really pretty.
I've got one more pattern repeat, I think, to put on each one.
Really lovely.
And then I'm going to do toes.
See, you can see the pattern more clearly.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. I'll let you do it because I'll
fine.
probably rip it off the needles.
No,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Look at
that's
that.
better.
Perfect. Oh, it's lovely.
Look at that
That's
pattern. So obviously it's designed
lovely.
to go that way, like mountains.
Yes.
But I
you've
thought it
got
didn't
valleys.
matter going that way. It's actually really similar to the pattern on my Grumpy blanket.
Oh.
Amazingly, yeah. So that's those. The toes and heels are going to be this mini that I picked up at Unravel. Sorry, it's looking a bit dishevelled now. From West Green Loft Yarns.
So that looks like a wiggly one.
I don't think it had a name, but
So
it was
pretty.
so pretty. I just thought the soft blue with the speckles, with this,
Yeah.
the speckles, I thought that was nice.
Lovely.
And I never talk about needles, I've realised, but I'm a massive Chowgoo fan, so these are on Chowgoo red lace, fixed circulars,
Oh, I love them.
a 2.5 on an 18mm cable.
2.5?
Sorry, 18, yeah,
Have you always
I've
done
always
2.5?
knit socks on a 2.5.
How funny.
I'm quite a tight
You're a
knitter.
tight knitter. As we
Yeah.
say every month.
As I always say. Yes. So that is my Misty Mountain socks, and they're very close to being done now.
They are really lovely. Oh,
Yes,
and a nice
I
twisted
love
rib cuff.
them. Yes,
Gotta
one by
love
one
that.
twisted
One
rib.
by one.
I love it. Some people hate it. I love it.
No, I love it. It's gorgeous. It looks better. What I like to do, if I don't always block my socks, but if I do block my socks, I block them for about half an hour and then I take them off and then I squish the cuff up so it still looks nice and tight. I just think it.
I don't tend to get a problem. Maybe
They just sort of. Yeah, I don't know. I tend to do 2x2.
those blockers are quite wide.
They are quite wide, but then I've got dog
You
walkers
haven't.
calves.
You haven't. Right, go on then.
So my whip is spinning slow, in progress. I keep casting on things and then finishing them because I actually knit a pair of socks for Freya as well in
Oh,
between.
you did.
And gave her some more tubes anyway. What yarn did I use?
Cosmic Toad.
Cosmic Toad from Easy Knits, and they were gorgeous.
loves her
She loves her
toad
Cosmic
socks.
Toad socks. So I'm knitting my Daisy's hat colourway, Mr. B's yarns. This
Was that
actually
one of the
I did.
first colours you
I did.
ever did?
I dyed it for my friend's daughter called Daisy.
Yeah.
They were leaving our church, and I wanted to make Daisy a hat because she was just lovely.
She's a sweetheart.
And I did hers on Stellina, and it was sparkling. She loved it, and she just wore it all the time. So this is from the Philosopher's Stone Sock Club by Jessie Marie Makes, and these are the Half Moon Spectacle socks. So I'm just past the heel.
We should say about that because we did a giveaway, didn't we?
We did do
for
a giveaway.
6-month club membership.
Yeah.
And the lovely lady that won it actually sort of passed it on to a friend because she'd already
bought it
bought
herself.
the yarn collection. But I thought that was really lovely that she
So
she passed it on to a friend to
and so
enjoy.
today the next pattern will be coming out. It's the first of every month for 6
there you
months.
go then.
And then you've got the glasses, and then in the middle you've got little eyeballs.
It's really
But
cute.
it's really nice to knit. It's a really nice pattern, and obviously it's a 16-row repeat, so you chunk away at it really quickly.
Yeah, that's what the Misty Mountain socks
yeah,
are like.
you just, and I always love the little square heel. I'll always do the slip stitch sort of square heel. Yeah, it's nice. And I enjoy knitting with my yarn. It's come out really nicely. I love the variegation on it. It's very nice.
Sorry, I'm aware I'm fiddling with
okay.
my hair a lot today. It's very hot. It's too hot to have this much hair.
Yeah, it looks nice though. It looks nice and shiny today. Oh, and I've got this in my Tudor Rose Crafts. No, the Tudor Road Craft Studio bag. I've put all my pins on the wrong side. I got some nice pins, and I got my new Isabell. Ooh, there she is. Yes, and all my other lovely ones.
Right then, my next whip is another.
That's a nice bag.
Yeah, it's in my charity bag by Clare and Clara. Lovely.
It's funny because my auntie Jean calls me Clara. Clara Cluck.
So, it's another 3-colour cashmere cowl.
Oh wow.
This time, and this was just all just colours I had sort of lying around. This time I'm doing it in this,
like
this
soft
pale
blush.
pink, which is called powder.
Ooh.
And navy blue, and then the third colour is the same pink that I had in my other one.
Nice.
So the other one, I think I used like a ball and the rest of this.
Okay.
And then one of black and one of the darker colour, so it's really economical.
Yeah.
So I thought I can then use this as the third colour because that uses the least.
I like
So
it.
that's going to be another one for the present pile.
pile.
I love this.
Oh,
I just love all the different textures and just...
You don't get bored knitting it.
No.
No, because you're always onto something else.
This one I'm actually knitting on Knit Pro Zings because I didn't have a chowgoo with a short enough cable.
Yeah, because you knit in round, don't you? I tend to do magic loops. So.
I do, but then on things like this, I just think it's just quicker to get around. I just get, it's too much of a faff, like swapping needles. But actually, I do really love chowgoos. Knit Pro Zings.
I don't like their joins.
I don't mind the joins. What I don't like the sock needles because I bend them. But actually, as like a second sort of
backup. Yeah.
I love a Knit Pro Zing.
Yeah.
I think they're really nice needles. They're nice and smooth and.
I found recently I've done that a fallback onto some carbons that I've got, and actually they're really nice.
Yeah, I don't mind them at all.
For
the price point, they're a bit cheaper.
I've got the Lika set, and I've got some Lika sock needles 2.25, and they're bendy, and I don't enjoy using those. I think chowgoos for socks.
I haven't even used the Luca sock needles you bought me because I'm terrified I'm going to bend them.
Are quite
I know
bendy.
I'm going to bend them. They're like...
It's just a bit, when you're working it's too flexible.
Yeah.
Not my favourite, but I love all the others. Definitely.
Right then, you got any more whips?
Only a sewing one.
Okay.
So I bought a pattern, which I'll probably never make. I fancied making a dress. And I've got a dress in this style in my wardrobe, and I just thought, I don't know how to make another one. So I did a muslin top part because I'm short bodied, and I thought I'd give it a go before I cut into my nice fabric. So, but I did do it inside out on the top. I won't do it inside out all day. I'm just hoping it doesn't do that.
Oh yeah.
Because so I might it
won't
looks
when
really
it's...
wide. Well, it'd be gathered. So it's gathered in here and elasticated at the waist. So I'll just have to pin
and also that's heavy because you've got a big hem on there.
It is.
When that's not there, it's not going to fall forward,
no,
is it?
No. So I bought this. It's like a
twill. That's pretty.
A rayon twill, I think it was called. Yeah, it's nice. So I need to actually make it while we've still got some summer because it's July now, so it'll probably turn into winter again.
Well, it's no school in 3 weeks' time, so the weather will go bad.
So yeah,
that's what happens when we're on holiday.
Yes, indeed.
Right, I got one more whip. I commissioned John to dye me up a 5-colour fade after the last podcast because I was absolutely desperate to cast this on. Now it's a terrible photo because my printer is rubbish. But I am casting on the 5-colour fade, which is the fading point.
Oh, mine's over there.
Fading point. So I've made a start. So this pattern is worked in 2 halves. So I'm determined to keep up the 2 halves so that I don't get like...
Yeah, that's what I've been doing with mine.
Don't get, you know, like second sock syndrome.
Yeah.
So these are the colours. So John dyed this especially for me. So that's the darkest one.
It's called Quick Quick Slow.
I think, is it inspired by my gin habit?
It is inspired by her gin habit. That's what you said yesterday. You were going to go home,
I didn't
drink gin and knit.
I didn't.
Oh.
I knit, but I didn't drink gin. I was a bit sleepy. And then I think this one's my favourite because it's got real neon pink pops. And then this is number 5, which is sort of, sorry,
Oh, it's
really
lovely.
hard to get in the light.
So lovely.
Yeah, just lovely little pops of colour.
And
So that's the fade. So I'm still only on the first colour, and I'll only show you one half because they're both exactly the same.
Oh,
I did have a
lovely.
false start because I did it on too small a needle and it was just working up too tight. So
yeah.
I've actually gone up to a 4mm needle.
Wow, okay.
Again, this one's a fixed chogu, and then the other one I've got on is an interchangeable one.
It's lovely. Oh, it's really
So
nice.
I've done the
I love
first
the-
lace
yeah,
repeat
pops of colour.
and the
Ooh.
second garter panel. So I'm just going
Nice.
to do another lace pattern and then start
Oh,
the
it's
fade of the
lovely.
first colour.
Oh, it's knitting up really nicely.
So yeah, I've not had much knitting time at all lately. So I've had loads of work things and all sorts going on. So, but hopefully I'll be able to crack on with that a little bit more now. Summer's here. But I
I've
want to
seen-
cast everything on at the moment,
I
so it's a bit of
know.
a problem.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that at the moment. And I got so much on, my head goes, I don't know what to do.
That's such a massive
It's
undertaking.
huge.
that
It is
actually-
massive, and I worked a bit on mine since last time, but not a great
Not
deal.
enough to
so
show.
I'm not going to bother showing it. So.
Cool. Well, that's whips.
Yes.
So, stash.
Yes. I've only got a little bit.
I wish I could.
Do you want to start?
Should I
'Cause
start
you've
then?
got
'Cause I
quite a
maybe
lot.
some time. So, actually, I'll show you this one first because this isn't yarn. So, on my friend Hannah's recommendation, I purchased this book. 750 knitting stitches, the ultimate knit stitch bible, because I've actually got ambition to write my own sock pattern, whether or not that will happen. Or I keep going, oh no, I don't know how to do this bit, and how am I going to do that bit? And I don't know, but we'll see. It might be a summer holiday project. I bought myself a squared notebook, and yeah, so we shall see. I've got some ideas of what I want to do, but watch this space.
Exciting.
I've even got test knitters lined up.
Yeah.
But
And
we
yarn
shall see.
support.
And yarn support. Yes. So that's that. I also made another bit of a big investment this month. I purchased myself a set of Chogu Twist interchangeable needles.
So it's small
So
set.
this is the small set. So it goes from
It's my birthday this month. I might have to ask for
a
this.
2.75 to a 5mm needle. Just beware when you buy these, it doesn't have a 3mm needle in it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's only like whole American sizes is 2 to 8, and a 3mm needle is a size 2.5.
Oh, so they don't put
So
it
they
in.
didn't put it in,
Well, that's
which I think is a
annoying.
little bit
Yeah,
naughty. But
I think
'cause
it's
I
naughty.
think I'd rather have a 3 than a 3.25. But
Definitely.
I can buy those I think separately to go in there. So you get those tips. These ones down here are actually ones that I already had. They're the shorter 4mm tips.
So why are they twists?
So the twist, I can't quite remember the difference. It's to do with the fit-in, I think.
Okay.
I think the spins are more of like an interlocking type affair. I
Okay.
think. So I'm not sure, but these have just got like a little twist.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know if you can see that.
Oh, I just think they're lovely.
But yeah, I love Chogu needles,
Yeah.
and it comes with
Me too.
quite a few little cables, and I bought a couple of extras as well, just so that I don't get
Yeah.
caught out without any.
Yeah.
It came with this
Oh, that's
like
handy.
needle gauge and ruler. Think of the words. I can't get the words out today. This little bag of sort of stitch marker type things.
Rings, yeah.
I don't know if is that focusing. I can't actually see.
Yeah, I think so.
And then some like end stoppers and spare keys
Cool.
and that sort of thing. I bought this from Gorgeous Yarns.
Okay.
I normally buy all my needles from Pearlescence, but they were
Yeah.
on holiday and I didn't want to wait. But actually, and I would go back to them because they're absolutely brilliant and
Yeah, I like
they're so
Pearlescence.
quick.
Yeah, they're great.
But they were £10 cheaper at Gorgeous Yarns. Do you want to do some of yours? And then...
Oh, that's all I've got.
Oh, sorry, do some
Yeah.
of those. We'll do one or whatever.
Okay, well, so back in November, our niece went on her honeymoon with her new husband to Amsterdam, and they were walking along the street and they happened to go past Stephen and Penelope, and they bought me a lovely skein of yarn. I think it's so lovely that they went in a yarn shop. And they're not knitters, it's just so sweet, and they were on their honeymoon and they spent money on me, which I told them off for. So I went in a yarn story yesterday with Bex and Kate Viv, and we
They had their annual sale.
I know, you walk in and just go.
I don't know how many laps I must have done around the shop yesterday.
I looked across at one point and Kate was sat on the floor with her legs apart with all these yarns between her feet. It's just so funny. And it's a tiny little shop and it was just hilarious. But yeah, I get a bit overwhelmed when I go in there. But so I bought these two Maglintosh yarns to go with it. Do you think it would be alright?
Yeah, I think it goes.
I'm not sure in which way I would. Might do it like that maybe.
It's still looking really dark. I think.
Yeah, it's really hard. The lights are a little bit too bright I think today. So this one's called Heaven and Earth. It's by Malabrigo. This one is called Denim, I think. Yeah, Denim. And they're singles. They're all singles, finger and weight, the heavier ones. And then this one's called Horoscope.
I love that one.
It's really nice. It's really funny because it was on a really high shelf. And I'm 5'3", and Carmen had to keep getting things down for me. Carmen's so lovely. And her gorgeous doggy.
Oh,
Peaches is so lovely. She was very sleepy yesterday. But so yes, my plan is now, and I know I've spoken about this pattern before, and I will do it, but I think what I'm going to do is stripe those two, maybe.
Yeah.
And use that one as
The lace.
the lace. Do you think that would work? Or should
I'd
I
be
stripe
tempted to stripe those two
and use that one as
and
the
use
lace?
that for the lace,
Well,
because
that
then
was-
you're going to see the lace pattern.
That was my second choice.
Not lose the detail.
So that's Lavetta by Amber O'Brien, and I love it, and I have to
I'm
make
desperate
it.
to knit that pattern. I keep sort of going to do it and then
Yeah.
changing my mind on
Yeah.
the colours.
And I downloaded I bought the DK weight one as well, the Lavella. But I think I've been looking for a special pattern
yeah,
to use this yarn in, and I think that's
yeah,
gonna do
that's
it.
lovely.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I think
Cool,
that's all I
cool.
bought apart from that fabric.
Right, so I've actually had 2 visits to a yarn story this month and a visit to Woolbath. So, yeah, enough said. So, first of all, when I went to Woolbath and a yarn story on Worldwide Knit and Public Day, I bought the hedgehog fibres that I've already started on the socks, and then I also bought this skein of Flock on the Plain.
Oh wow, that's lovely.
From
it's really
Woolbath.
pearly.
It is silk merino, and you can tell it's like really drapey, and it's got a lovely
Sheen.
luster to it,
Oh.
and it's got a couple of tiny little speckles, but in general
they're
it's
very,
just
very,
the grey.
very subtle.
But I just thought it was such a gorgeous colour.
What's the name?
It's called Dorian, I think. Yeah. So
Dorian
I bought
Grey.
that with Hannah's new pattern in mind, which is called the Salcombe Shawl.
Oh yeah.
And actually there's she's got 20% off of that until
Yeah.
next Sunday, I think. if,
So visit Yarnia Designs
yeah,
on
Yarnia Designs
Ravelry.
on Ravelry. So I bought that to go with this, which I just had delivered.
Oh my goodness.
Which is Nebula by Easy Knits. Now I heard, I saw this at
We saw that at
Unravel, and I was pretty much like, oh, I really, really want it, but by that stage I didn't have a lot of budget left, and I didn't really want to buy just single skeins of sock yarn. But then I heard what happened to Easy Knits at Woolin, where they had problems with their yarn delivery, and Parcel
didn't
Force
arrive.
or somebody were just dreadful, so they obviously didn't sell as much yarn as they were hoping to. So I really wanted to support them, so I thought, well, it's my excuse to order it. But look at these colours.
It's incredible.
It's just
on fire in the middle.
glaze, yeah. It's on their fidget singles base,
Oh, it's
and I've never knit in singles before,
Oh,
so
you'll love it.
it's a first.
You'll love it.
So those are going to go together in my Salcombe shawl,
Oh,
and I think they'll be beautiful.
they will.
Can't wait to get that
They will.
started.
George.
Then, as well as my fade kit, I also purchased a skein of Melba from Mr. B.
I love Melba.
This is going to go with the skein of Nougat I bought last month to be a pair of 2-colour socks.
Oh.
So I love these sort of peachy pinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah, that was very tonal. I like that.
Yeah. And then I eyed this up when I went to a yarn store the first time, and then luckily it was in the sale when I went the second time. So this is Julie Asselin Lizu fingering.
Oh, it's amazing.
In the Kaleidoscope
Just done
colourway,
that.
and it is
That's
so lovely. Yeah.
It's stunning. Oh,
Really
Stella.
So it's just got loads and loads of different colours in, and this will become socks. It's actually 90% merino, 10% silk. So they'll be luxurious socks, but I don't mind. It's a lovely high twist.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Really, really high
It's got a
twist.
lovely sheen to it.
Yeah.
Really,
So I was
really
really chuffed
pretty.
that was in the sale. When I saw it was, I was like, right, I'm having that.
Hey, noisy girl, who are you barking at?
Is there birds out there?
You've got birds, are they annoying you?
Not as much as you're annoying us.
I see John. I see John upstairs.
I'll find him.
Upstairs.
Right, and finally, I bought a sweater quantity of the Lizu fingering again.
Oh,
Again, it's the
so
merino
lovely.
silk.
Oh, it's lovely.
And this is going to become another herbarium.
You can kind of see sort of
And
pinks in it.
I'm going to butcher this name. I just know it. I think it's
Sauge?
Sauge Argenté.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Probably terrible. Kate was going to laugh at me pronouncing it. So yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
just love the colours.
stunning.
Kind of, it's bluey, it's greeny, it's silver, it's grey. It's
slightly even pinky.
Yeah.
My eyes.
But
aren't
I just
either.
thought that would make a really nice herbarium. So
It's almost exactly your eye colour.
that's what I thought. So now I know I love that pattern, and I know I want to make a few adjustments to it.
Oh, it'd be stunning.
Luxurious yarn is just going to be
Stunning.
amazing.
Yeah, love
That's
it.
that.
Wow, you did well.
I did, and then I have got a couple of other little bits as well.
Eek.
Tell it's been stressful at work. I've been retail therapying.
Wow.
So first of
Gotta be
all, our lovely friend Jules at So Sweet Violet.
Oh, love Jules.
She's launched another gorgeous pin, and I'm not that into pins, but I love this one. So it's a little yarn rainbow. I don't know if you can see, this is dark. Hang on, let me take out the packet. Sorry, rustle. So again, it's on the like rose gold backing. Sorry, I'm going to stand up so you can see. There we go. There's little yarn balls and a rainbow, and it's glittery, and it's so cute.
Oh, it's so lovely.
So I just had to have one of those.
Yeah,
And
I love
Jules
rose
very
gold.
kindly sent a little card sending love to all the crew and some sweeties. So those are yours and John's. You're lucky I didn't eat them.
Thank you. Thanks, Jules. Love you.
And then finally I bought some more little progress keepers from Tracy at What Mustard Made. So I really like hers because she uses these like earring backs. So they're really good for...
They are gorgeous.
they're really
let me
good
look.
for...
Got a little rainbow cloud.
that one sort of matches Jules'
Yeah.
pin, really.
And then what's this one? A flamingo.
There's a flamingo.
And then
There's a
llama
llama.
or alpaca. No,
I
it's
can't
not
remember.
alpaca.
I thought it was a llama.
Uh,
And a giraffe.
Is that a giraffe? I thought it was
Yeah, it's a
dinosaur.
pink giraffe. And
Oh, a sparkly
then
heart.
The sparkly heart is the free one that she sends.
Oh, look at
And
that.
then a little-
glittery.
Another little bauble one because I love these.
They're so pretty.
Honestly, you should visit her shop. What Mustard
do, I
Made
do.
on Etsy.
I have a million stitches.
They're really fun but really affordable.
Oh,
And
they're
it's just nice to
lovely.
be able to buy sort of single ones.
Yeah,
And
really lovely.
And like I said, I really enjoy that back. It just
Yeah.
works really well. It doesn't
Bit
catch on
lighter.
anything.
Yeah.
It's easy to clip on and off because sometimes the little lobster
Yeah,
clasps are
oh.
too small.
My thumbs aren't good, so I can't pull them down very well.
So yes, lovely little treat there.
Really nice.
So I think, is that it? Are we going to do the
We've got a
prize draw when John comes back?
Yeah, let's wait for him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, right then.
See you
Over
in a
to
minute.
John.
Okay, so it's back to me again, and I'm literally sat here today surrounded by so many different skeins of yarn. I'm going to share with you a bit later on some of the things that we've been dyeing up over the last month, some of the things that are still in the shop, and some great colour combinations and the inspiration behind those as well. Just before I do, today's top tip for photography is actually all about thinking of looking at things from a different perspective. So we're going to focus on looking at things really close up and in detail. So it could be that it's for taking photographs of foliage, of insects, of yarn itself, but really coming in close up and taking macro photography. So this can be done with just your phone, or it can be done with digital SLR cameras as well. I'm going to show you today just a really quick tip about taking a good picture using your phone. So if we start off with your subject, could be anything at all. So we're going to just take a quick picture of this piece of foliage. And what you need to do is, first of all, on your phone, zoom in as far as it will go. So just take the zoom as far as it will possibly go. And then just actually take your phone to the subject. Wait until it's in focus and then press to take the image. If you do it that way, you're more likely to have a shot which is sharp and the background starts dropping away out of focus, a shallow depth of field, just like we talked about in last month. If you're actually photographing using a digital SLR, you'll know from last month that to create a shallow depth of field, you want an aperture something like an f1.8 or f2.8. But if you do that with close-up or macro photography, you'll find the depth of field is absolutely tiny, literally a few millimeters. So even then it's going to be too small a depth of field. So if you are photographing with a digital SLR, then this time for macro photography, you want to aim for something like an f5.6 or even higher than that. Anything higher than that, okay? So that's a quick tip for macro photography. You'll see from my Instagram feed that it's a passion of mine. I love taking things close up, trying to see things that we wouldn't normally see with the natural or human eye, and just actually appreciating the world around us. So, top tip for photography out of the way. Let's talk about some of the yarn and some of the things that have come up over this month. So the inspiration for this month's yarn actually came from wanting to do something slightly different. So I had a look on Ravelry and started searching through some of the top designers and seeing which kind of patterns or designs really grabbed me, and came across two in particular I wanted to come up with some yarns for. So one of them was the Zweig jumper, and that was by Caitlin Hunter, and the second one was the Ravelo jumper by Isabell Kraemer. Now for both of those, I think they're beautiful designs. One of them just using 2 colours and the other using 3 colours. So I started off with actually thinking about coming up with some tonal yarns that would really fit with Caitlin Hunter's jumper, and I came up with the Stonewash colourway, and it's this really beautiful tonal grey. So there's going to be a bit of variation when you're knitting this one up. It's not just a solid colour, but there is a lovely tonal grey base. Now that grey could go with absolutely anything, but I thought again about one of our old favourites and dyed up again another batch of Stella Bella. So if you look at Caitlin's design, you'll see that there's a fantastic just dark base and then a beautiful decorative section towards the top of the jumper, which would really lend itself well to something like the Stella Bella and the delicate speckles that you've got coming through on that. So having dyed up those two, I also thought about any other colours that would go with the same pattern or same design. So dyed up this beautiful burnt orange kind of colour. This is called Mitende, and Mitende is actually a children's orphanage that we sponsor over in Zambia. Having visited there a few years ago, it just reminded me the colour of the kind of the heat, the sun, the dryness. So this one is called Mitende. Now that beautiful yarn again together with Stella Bella just seems to make such a great combination. So look at the speckles picking up on the same oranges as we can see coming through in this tonal yarn. Okay, and then those actually together made a fantastic set or combination. So these 3 colours were the first ones dyeing up this month, and I'm absolutely delighted with those. They've been selling really well, and I will produce more of them, and there'll be some more coming in the shop pretty soon. I then thought about other colours that actually could fit with the same patterns and same designs. So another option that you'll see I've posted on Instagram is this time the Stonewash, but with just rust. So if you fancied going with the second colour in Caitlin's Zweig jumper as being a bit of a darker grey, then just rust would just suit it down to the ground. So this is a subtle tonal grey base, and then on top of that there are speckles of Aztec gold. There's a twilight grey, which is a bluey grey colour over the top of that, some blacks and some browns as well. So again, those two colourways look fantastic together. So that's Stonewash and Just Rust. So having come up with those combinations, one other that I did think would go really well with it, and I haven't posted this on Instagram at all yet, is actually thinking about the speckles of Girt Lush, again with the Stonewash. So this would make a great combination with a very kind of neutral tonal base of the Stonewash, and then the speckles over a plain base of Girt Lush. So this has got your purples, greens, pinks. I think it will work really well together, especially with the decorative kind of lace type pattern on the Zweig jumper. Now I was really delighted that before posting any images of Caitlin's designs, I did message her just to check it was going to be okay, and she sent me back a lovely message giving permission to use those images on Instagram. So thanks very much, and Caitlin, I hope that people have bought this yarn and have gone on to buy your pattern as well. Now the second designer I said I was really inspired by was Isabell Kraemer and her Ravelo jumper. Now again, I thought that this colourway that we've come up with, the Stonewash, the beautiful tonal grey, would make a fantastic base colour, but the Ravelo jumper is actually using 3 different colours. So again, if we think about the same 3 colours I was just talking about, how well would these go together with the Stonewash base, the Stella Bella, and maybe something like Mutende? So those 3 colours together would make a fantastic colour combination for the Ravelo jumper. So there we go, 3 colours there, or maybe we could mix it up and again swap one of those out with something like a slightly darker, so mixing this time with Just Rust with Stonewash as the main colour base, Mutende as the second colour, and then the third colour coming through as Just Rust. And there we go. I think those would look fantastic together. Having come up with those, Claire in the meantime was busy dyeing up a whole new range of colours, and she came up with a fantastic green, which is Smashed Avocado. Now this green by itself is a lovely tonal base. It's a beautiful subtle kind of green, really kind of knocked back. But then when we actually put it together with some of the other greens that she was creating, it just makes a fantastic combination. So we've got Smashed Avocado and Cooper, which is a kind of racing green. And again, those two I think would work really well together as part of Isabell Kraemer's Ravelo jumper. So those two, with even potentially something like the Stonewash as your third colour. I'd love to see some of these knitted up because I think they really would go well together. Okay. And if you fancied something a little different, then one of the others, going back to a speckled base, is Beach Ready, which again this is by Claire, and it's a kind of sand coloured base and then speckled with all these different shades of green. So if I try and show you that, pick it up in the light, you can see we've got greens and purples, quite vibrant greens coming through on this one, and I think that would make a beautiful yarn. So we got Beach Ready, and look at how well it goes with Smashed Avocado, and then even with Cooper on the top. I'm trying to pick this one up in the light for you because it's looking a little dark on there at the moment. But those three I think would make a great combination. So, as well as the greens and the oranges and the tonal greys, we've also been dyeing up a fantastic range of pinks this month. So it started with the tonal colour of Dandy, and I really love this. It's the kind of plum colour, so Plum Dandy. And then we found that actually Claire's been dyeing up some other colourways that really go with this well. I love this one again, the speckles are fantastic. if I just again bring it round into the light, and you can see we've got orange, pinks, greens, yellows, blues, so many different colours on this, and this one is Hay Cupcake, so the colours are almost like hundreds and thousands. It's that bit there I just think is incredible. If I can show this one well enough, look at the speckles that are coming through on there. Now often, perhaps I'm the one in the household who does the most speckling. There's a lot of speckling used on Mr. B's yarns, but this one, to give Claire the credit, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. So that's Hay Cupcake. She's come up with another beautiful one as well, which is even paler again. So this one is Honeysuckle, and again the speckling on this is just fantastic. So I come round to this bit here, you can see you've got pinks with knocked back greens like an olive colour, and browns, and I just think it looks fantastic together. And when we put all three of those together, again, what a great combination these three would make. Just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So that's what Claire's been working on this month. And finally, we just got another couple of tonal ones. And again, if you followed my Instagram feed, you'll see that this one, which is Melba, I think would work really well in something like the Zweig jumper. So again, if we pair this one up with Stonewash, look at what a great combination that would be. And again, bring it around this way so that you can see the tones. So two tonal yarns this time, but absolutely beautiful together. So that's Melba and Stonewash. And the last tonal colour, much brighter blue this time. This is called Bouquet. It was originally going to be called Hyacinth, as in Hyacinth Bouquet, but as the spelling of that is bucket, we did think that a lot of people might not really get it, so this is just called Bouquet. We thought it was very almost Purple Rinse kind of job, so we've got Bouquet, which for us is actually all about Hyacinth Bouquet. There you go. So that's about it. Those are the yarns we've been working on over this month, and the last few that I wanted to share with you was an idea really, because most of the things we've been dyeing up this month have been for bigger projects, so really lending themselves through to shawls or jumpers, especially with some of the designers I've mentioned. And thanks very much to both Caitlin and Isabel for giving us permission to actually use the images on Instagram. Much appreciated, and I hope that people have continued taking a link off of our feed to come and pick up your patterns as well. They are amazing designs and I really love them, so thanks very much. But this is actually, what about in all this heat, a short trip to the beach when you don't want to carry too much, I wanted to just show you again some of the yarns that are in the shop at the moment that would just make a simple socks project. So you got this one first of all, is It's All Gonna Be Magnificent, named after a great tune, and you've got a really pale grey base. It's a variegated yarn with turquoise, pinks, a few pops of blue and speckles, and some light purple in there as well. And this is It's All Gonna Be Magnificent. I really do love again the speckling on this one as it comes around to there. So All Gonna Be Magnificent. And then we've got another yarn inspired by another great tune, which is She Dreams of Paradise, and this one is a pale green or teal base, and then there are other greens, so it's again a variegated yarn, various shades of green, purples, and look again at the speckling coming through at the top here with burgundy. If I show it around that way, hopefully you can pick it up in the light. Another lovely yarn, another great socks project, maybe for knitting socks on the beach, I don't know. And then the last one, again inspired by a piece of music, this is called Wonderwall, and I really love this one. It's just a plain base, and it's a variegated yarn with pinks and turquoise and a kind of grey or olive green mixed in there as well, so it's beautiful yarn, and I think that would knit up really well. So Wonderwall. And that's about it from me, so I'm going to hand back over and bring the girls in as well in just a minute. and then we'll wrap up this month's episode. So that's all the yarn. A lot of that is in the shop and what we've been dyeing up over the course of this month. Actually, there's two things I did forget to say about, and that is we're delighted to have a couple of designers who have used our yarn and have actually posted some fantastic new pattern designs over the course of the month. So Crowy Knits, fantastic to see your Fable socks. Loved seeing it in the sugar mice colourway, and thanks very much for the tag in that one. So Crowy Knits, do go and check it out. The Fable socks look absolutely fantastic. And Anni Howard, otherwise known as Annie Domino on Instagram, have a look at her Tusk shawl. It's designed with one of our yarns, which is Urban Decay, and that was a fantastic little combination because the partnership started off with Annie posting a photograph of Russ sometime last year that I ended up then contacting her about and turning into a colourway called Urban Decay. And then from there she had one of the skeins of Urban Decay and she's gone on to create this Tusk shawl, and it just looks fantastic. It's a one skein shawl. It looks really original and I would encourage you to go and check it out. So that's at Annie Domino and it's the Tusk shawl. So what a great month. It's been great to actually be inspired by some fantastic designers and to see some other brilliant designers who've actually been using some of our yarn. So thanks very much, and let's keep the partnerships going. Okay, so that's about it for this month's podcast. We just got a few things to finish off with. So first of all, I think we're going to tell you all about last month's giveaway.
So we asked you last month to tell us what was your favourite flower, because we've got one of Hannah Woodhead from Yarnia Designs patterns to give away, called
Really
Cottage
sweet
Garden
pattern.
Socks. Gorgeous,
Beautiful.
so pretty. So let's have a look. So we've got the ice cream tub, which
Look
is
at
the
that.
official
Yes.
prize.
Do I get to draw it?
prize.
This
Yeah,
time?
go on, John.
Can I draw it?
That's got no ice cream in it, but Becky's full of ice cream.
Okay. And the winner is...
He hasn't
I've got my glasses on.
Catherine McWhinney, whose favourite flower was a David Austin rose.
Well done,
Oh,
Catherine.
so
So,
Catherine,
if you DM us, we've actually just started a new Instagram account for the podcast, which is at Birdbox Podcast. If you DM us there, I will pass your name on to Hannah, who will send you the pattern on Ravelry. So well done,
So
Catherine.
cool.
Yeah, make sure you DM your Ravelry username just in case it's not actually your name.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
and as with
Well
any of the
done.
other Mr. B's Yarn works in progress as well, don't forget to put the hashtag Mr. B Yarns on anything that you're working on at the moment. We'd love to see things being knitted up,
Yeah,
so
we
do
do.
share them with us.
We'll use that new Instagram account to just share things that we've shown on the podcast, any giveaways, let you know when the next podcast is going to
Yeah.
be. Hopefully over the summer we might podcast a little bit more frequently.
Yeah.
we're
We
hoping.
hope so.
We hope
yeah.
to.
We'll have a bit more time on our hands. So
Shorter podcast, but more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we've got
Okay, so for this
So,
month,
we have a new podcast giveaway, which is exciting. So for the last 3 months we have sorry. Okay. Your 3 yarn clubs, unsprung yarn clubs based on spring and nature. And they've gone really
British
well. And
wildlife,
we've really enjoyed coming up with ideas for our little kit. So our last
Yep.
month's kit was
so this one.
Nocturnal.
Look at this. Can you
Sort of
see that
based
one?
on animals that are awake at night, of course.
Yeah, we got
yes,
the
that's
fox,
what nocturnal means.
the fox, the badger, kind of deep greens from night time.
Yeah, and then
Loved it. I really
it
loved
came
dyeing
with
this one up actually.
a little mini skein of the stone washed yarn and some other bits and pieces in there. So we thought we would give one away because we've all had so much fun with them. So we have a little question for you to, if you put in the comments box below.
Yeah.
A good night, a good evening. What would it be?
Yeah, what would you do on
What
your
would you do
perfect
on your
evening?
perfect evening? Could be a night out, it could be a night in. It wasn't Mr.
So I'm not allowed
B's
to ask
suggestion.
about favourite
No.
nocturnal activities
No.
as long as it's clean. Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be. So,
Okay, so a good night out. That's what
yeah,
we
a good
want
night
to
out, a good night in. What would your favourite night be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So put it in the comments box below and give us a thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe to us if you can bear to.
And I just
Yeah.
want to finish with a big thank you for a very little lolly, which is from So Sweet Violet. So I think I do look a bit like a giant holding this thing actually, like that. But
Well,
thanks very much.
I'm just impressed with myself because I gave them to you when I did this.
I think that's pretty good. I'm amazed they got
I would
here.
have eaten lunch.
So that's about it for this month. Hope you enjoy the rest of this heat wave, and we look forward to meeting up with you again soon. So we'll come back and